Hello and welcome back to the Modern Challenge review with Neoform. This is round 6, and we're just coming back from a soul-crushing Game 3 loss last round against a very bad matchup in Blue-White Spirits where we almost stole victory, comboed turn 1 on the play on Game 3 with the mana floating, and we lost. We fizzled. So I was still reeling from that in real life. I know tilt is something that everyone deals with, and I like to think that I have good control over it, but we're all human. Sometimes it happens, and we're just gonna get through it. So here we have an interesting hand here. We have an island, which actually does hurt us sometimes because of both of our evolution spells costing at least 1 green. Matsugan actually said that the reason that we go with a basic island over a basic forest is because of the turn 1 potential. So if we have the chance of the tangles, we can combo turn 1 with Neoform with an island, but not with a forest, which is interesting. But there are times where we get our land field ruined, or where we need a second green for um, Eldritch Evolution, where a forest might be better. That's actually what I'll be playing in Seattle if I do play with this deck. But anyways, we have all the mana in the world, but we don't have an Allosaurus Rider or a way to find it, nor do we have an evolution spell. So I think we have to mulligan. We do. And we get presented with this hand. If you squint hard enough, there's actually a turn 1 line around here. So how it works is we reveal the Chancellor of the Tangle, that's 1 green. We play this, that's 2 green, and we have the Simmering Spirit Guide for Eldritch Evolution. And we have the Allosaurus Rider and the 2 green cards. So even though this is a mulligan to 6, this is a clean turn 1 combo. It really doesn't matter what it is because we're comboing off. Reveal. And the best thing is we don't have to Summoner's Pact, so we can actually pass if we want. But we're still going to try our hardest to combo off this turn because there might be a Path to Exile deck. All right, off the races. Let's go. Right after the turn 1, literally the very next game, there is another turn 1. So notably here, our constraints are very visible this time. So it's turn 1, we don't have a land drop, and we only have 3 free mana left. So we're going to be hard pressed to finish the combo more often than not, but we should be a big favorite because we still have a Griselbrand, and some decks can't beat that. So the first set of draws is pretty bad, to be honest. No mana and no life. Wow, this is awful. So we have no way to go on from here, so I think we're just going to keep a handful of... Well, we're going to play the Allosaurus Rider, and we're going to keep a handful of Summoner's Pact, lands, and the Laboratory Maniac. If we did not draw the second Griselbrand, I would have kept the Neoform, because even if they path to exile this one, for example, we can try again next turn by playing the Allosaurus, well, by evolving the Allosaurus Rider that we play this turn with a Neoform. So I believe that's what we do here. Yeah. Free. Free dinosaur. Yeah, that makes sense. So we do keep the Griselbrand on the very off chance that we can hardcast it somehow. I don't think either of these cards are valuable enough to keep going here, to keep in your hand. What do we have here? Discard spell? Alright, have at it, man. We've already comboed. So we do have the Laboratory Maniac stripped from us, which is fine. We have the Noxious Revival, and we also have, we can also just beat down, really. Alright, we're coming for 11 on turn 2. I think I like drawing here and make sure that we can draw the Allosaurus Riders and present as big of a clock as possible, because let's say they go... I don't know, like maybe they maneuver their way into killing both of them, and then you might be in trouble. So there's no reason not to, because they shouldn't have burn spells unless they're Jund. In that case, just make sure that your life is above 3. Let's keep going. Well, we have a bunch of shoals, which is great. Where's our Noxious Revival? We don't have it yet. Let's gain some more life. It's fine. There's the revival. I would imagine we target the laboratory maniac. Yep. Yep. Then the library, get the worm. And the rest of this is pretty academic here. If they had the surgical extraction for some reason, they would have played already. Yeah, the rest of the kill is academic. You want to try to bring your deck down to 0, cast Laboratory Maniac, and win the game. Excellent. So that was a clean combo, and let's go to game 2. Hello, and welcome back to game 2 of round 6 of the Modern Challenge. So, given that they showed us a Thoughtseize off of Overgrown Tomb, I'm assuming it's a green-black X strategy. So all the ley lines do come in, and we do sideboard minimally here. We just take out the Serum Visions. So the reason that we take the Serum Visions out over the Noxious Revival and the Edge of Autumn is because it's slower on the draw. You really do want to preserve your chance of turn oneing if you can. And also, Noxious Revival might be good against Surgical and also against Discard. And it's also a green card. Alright, so we have lands. We have turn 1 mana, which may or may not be relevant. We could ramp on turn 1 because Edge of Autumn surprisingly does have text, but we probably won't be doing that with this particular hand, but we'll see. And we have 2 evolution spells, which is good for redundancy against discard. So I think it's a very, very solid hand. Past me does agree. No reason not to reveal it now that we have shown what we're playing. Man, the fun police always has it. Now they're taking the Edge of Autumn, which is interesting. So if they had a surgical, they would have taken this. If they had another discard spell, I think they would have taken this. So that leads me to believe that they're on a more like Assassin's Trophy on your Grizzlebrand type of hand, or just like pressure. Dark Confidant may be able to run away with the game. So that's interesting to know here. All right, can we get anywhere by casting the Metamorphose here? I think so because we still do have the Serum Visions. I think it's well worth the 1 life. No such luck. All right, but we have 3 mana next turn, so we're going to combo off if we have an Allosaurus Rider next turn. Weird. I don't quite understand why they did that unless they have the 3rd discard, which they don't. So they must have just drawn the Inquisition, I think. There it is. So we have 3 mana. We don't have to pact, so we can just draw off a value, and we can pitch the 2 other cards. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. Yep. Notably, there's no 1 mana spell from Jund that can kill a Grizzlebrand. At least it was Abzan, there will be Path to Exile, so I don't know what they're doing here. Maybe it's like Surgical on Nourishing Shoal? Okay. Nothing. Alright, so we can lose to Redland Bolt Bolt. I just don't see a reason to keep going here. I guess they could trophy, at which point we're just going to be drawing 7 more and hope that we have the Allosaurus Riders and the Neoform. The thing is, we've already expended 1 Simmering Spirit Guide and 1 Nourishing Shoal, so I'm not sure how likely it is for us to combo off here, especially given that we're at 42 in terms of the library size. So if we need to start like pacting for worms, for example, it's going to be really hard to manipulate the library size to a number divisible by 7 and have access to the entirety of the library. So I think it's fine to just pass here, which is what I do. Trophy might be bad. Liliana might be bad. That's consideration, I guess. Okay, Tarmogoyf's fine. Maybe I'm being a bit paranoid here with the double bolt, but I don't know. I really don't think there was a reason to keep going there. All right. So I think we draw first for information. No, we're just gonna attack. That's fine. I think it's very marginal, anyways. There's no one mana spell that can kill the Griselbrand. If this was the Plains, for example, and they were playing Path to Exile, what I would always do, and people who have played with Griselbrand will know, is always attack first. Because if you activate first, they can respond with the Path to Exile, and they will effectively strand, quote unquote, draw 7. Because Path to Exile may resolve before you get to draw the 7 cards. All right, B. Draw 7. What do we have? One Life King spell. We have the 15 life worm, which is great. There's no reason to do that before drawing, but I don't think it matters that much. Now the question is, we have how much here? We have a land drop, so we have 3 lands and 3 Simian Spirit Guides. It's 6 total. We have 2 more shows remaining, and we can draw 21 cards. I think that may be enough to pact for a worm, but the thing is, the thinning effect is still very marginal, and because we don't have a Nourishing Show in hand, we can just like keep drawing first. If we get a Nourishing Show, we might think about um, pacting for a worm. We can still pay for next turn too, right? Well, no Nourishing Show yet. We do have the Revival here, so there's an argument for keeping the Revival against Surge Gold, but I think they would have Surge Gold already if they had it. So I'm fine just like casting this on Nourishing Show here, which is what I do. Notably, if we draw 7 here, we might go in bolt range. We will go in bolt range, so let's try to draw the Nourishing Shoal. So we do draw it with the Manamorphose, which is kind of awkward because 21 was divisible by 7, but if we go to 20, we may not be able to access the 6 remaining cards in the bottom, at the bottom of the library. But I think that's a risk I'm willing to take. The other side of the risk being, we draw first and we get bolted, which I think is way more likely. Plus, they probably can't even beat an Allosaurus beatdown plan. All right, so let's gain 50 more. Let's draw 7 more. All right, we got all the shows in the world. Now we packed for the worm, I believe. No, now we packed it in the library. So let's see, we have, how many more packs do we have? We have 4 packs left, so we can thin the library by 4, and we have 2 Manamorphose left, and we can draw cards with Serum Vision. So given that, I think we can make up for the deficit of 6 cards, which is going to be what remains in the library if we draw 7 more. So I think I'm fine with this. All right, let's fire it off again. Yeah, all the Summoner's packs. Okay. So we have the life goes on as well. So given that we have an abundance of mana, I think I would prefer to Serum Vision, Manamorphose, or Serum Vision twice and make sure that your library is at 0. Then gain as much life as you can. Play the Laboratory Maniac, and if they bolt it or push it or whatever, you can just respond. Yes, you gain some life. Okay, so they didn't have it. So after a crushing defeat at the hands of Blue-White Spirits, we managed to sweep Jund. So this is round 6, and I will see you in the next video.